Hi guys, it's Tammy. Today we're going to be doing some Balayage ombre highlights. Today, I've already mixed my bleach. I made it. Your consistency is up to you. You don't want to make it too runny. I just mixed it with 20 volume. As you can tell, it's already been highlighted before. I actually used her hair in a video for Baby Lights a while ago, and it grew out really natural. We still want to stick with that sort of blended feel, so that's why we're going to do some Balayage highlights today. So I'm going to work my way up. I'm going to take a fine section like right here. I'm not going to be doing every little piece of her hair. We're going to be skipping sections and leaving some out. I'm going to use my Product Club Balayage board, and this is a pretty long one, so it's nice. And you want to get a little bit on the tip of your brush so you can kind of blend it down, and kind of go like this. I'm sort of going to do like a V and maybe one in the middle right there. Sort of do lines like this, and the way I'm going to blend this, I'm going to use my Blur brush by Redken. You can see my Blur brush by Redken. Looks like a blush brush almost, but it's definitely more durable. Like, I've used it so many times with color and stuff, and it doesn't it doesn't fall apart. I would imagine like a regular makeup brush would kind of fall apart. So I'm just going to blur those lines in so it looks more blended. And it really works nice. It really blends it. It's really the key to making like really blended highlights. I love this thing. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of lay that on there. Like that. In between, you have to kind of wipe this down. So I have sort of a towel next to me that's just a little bit damp, and I wipe it down in between. It's kind of a pain, but otherwise you're going to get color all over the place. So I'm going to take another piece right next to it, and it's a smaller piece, so I'll just take a second. Yeah, like I just leave like a little bit on the tip, a little bit more, so I can kind of brush it on there. Like a line. And how high you go is up to you. I'm going to do kind of a mix. I'm just going to blur that in. So you really don't want to do too much product. You don't want to do it real heavy because you're not going to be able to blur it. It will just cover it then. You want to make it really, really thicker, and also not much of it product, especially as you get towards the top where you're going to blur it. And because I'm going to be taking hair right over it, I'm going to cover that because I want to incubate it. I want to cover it so it doesn't dry out. You can use saran wrap, you can use foils. I'm going to actually just use plain old saran wrap, and it's not even a designer saran wrap or anything. It is just plain old cheap old saran wrap. And I'm going to place that right on there just to incubate it. They have I actually have some boards that's, I actually have a board that's wooden. I really like this one lately because I can wipe it down. That's the main thing. And it wipes clean. Okay, here we go. And really how you apply it, it's up to you. Like how high you want to go in her root area, how much you want it to show. It's really just your chance to be creative. And now I'm just gonna blur this. And sometimes even your blur brush can get too much product on it. So make sure that you wipe that down in between if you need to. See, it really like blends it and it really makes it natural looking. Okay, so I just remixed. I mixed with 30 volume. We're gonna use that on the sides and the top because if I use 20 volume through the whole thing, it'll take forever for it to all catch up. Because it's gonna be framing her face, I do wanna add like a few like kind of closer right around her face, and also be very conscious that around the hairline and around the face, the hair is usually much thinner. So I want to use less product as well. So I'm going to add like kind of a piece really up high right around her face because I want that to frame her face, and obviously a little bit right here and here. Again, very sporadic with the product because the hair is finer around the face. I'm going to take my blur brush. I'm going to work all the way up these sides, and then I'm going to do the other side, and then we're going to do the top. Now, the way I did the sides is I did add a little bit more highlighting right around the face, which is definitely what you want to do because you want it to look like natural, like the sun did it. The reason I did both sides and then the top, because you want it to process about the same time. You don't want the top to process before one of the sides because then it could look uneven. Let me take a piece right there. I'm just going to blur that in. Okay, now she's all done, and I'm gonna let her process just by watching it. Okay, here are the results. Came out nice and natural, looks beautiful. You can really, looks so good, love it. Here's the back. That's it.